Well, I started off as a music journalist, so I wrote about rock music for the NME. I still write a newspaper column, and I like being part of the wider culture. You know, I like having an opinion on the Beijing Olympics and being able to share that opinion and to argue with people. I've got a column in the Daily Mirror today. It's meant to be read today. It's not meant to be read tomorrow even. A writer never gets the kind of attention that a real celebrity gets. You know, because people only come up to you if they like you. You know, people don't come up to you and say, you know, you're rubbish, I prefer Will Self and Nick Hornby. That doesn't happen, you know.
Your literature has been labelled Lad Lit. Do you approve of that title, or do you think it limits it?
Well, I think it's inaccurate. I mean, it doesn't bother me because I understand, understand the reason why people have labels for these things. To me, the people that I write about are not lads, you know, they're men, and I write about the dilemmas of men and women. I think lad lit exists. I think a lot of men these days, they marry much later, they have children much later. That wasn't really my experience. You know, in my mid-20s, I was a father, I was a husband, I was divorced, I was a single dad. So, you know, that's kind of grown-up stuff. You know, that's not lad stuff, you know, and so I feel it's inaccurate, but it doesn't. I've been called worse things. And people are often surprised about the stuff that I write about. You know, I write about families and marriages and parents and children and all that. But I don't really know, you know, what I'm meant to, what do we write about? What should men be writing about, you know? It's called My Favourite Wife, and it's about a British family that moved to Shanghai for a better life. And it's really about a family leaving the UK at a time when there's never been so many British families leaving the UK for better lives. And it's also about China as it is today, and it's about China in the 21st century, and it's about these two worlds colliding. I think it's one of the things I'm proudest about My Favourite Wife is I feel it's quite an accurate portrait of what China's like. And I think that they feel they're often misrepresented in the West, and I would agree with that. I think that they are. Essentially, the culture of the second wife, it's a revival of the concubine system. I mean, I'm sure in every big city in the world there are, there's this meeting between sex and economics, and I'm sure it's been going on since time began. But I've never seen it anywhere as formalised and institutionalised as it is in Shanghai. There's a couple of areas where the rich older Chinese businessmen install their, I mean, they call them their second wives. Essentially, it's mistresses. People in the West have said to me, "Oh, so the Chinese wives just accept it." And of course, you know, it's like an absurd notion. They don't tolerate it, but the men think that they can get away with it, and often they do. Although, you know, it usually ends in tears, as these things always do. The reason why it occurs is because you've got 1 billion poor people in China. The whole economic miracle is built on 300 million people drinking cappuccino and shopping at Armani and driving BMWs and Audis. And then you've got 1 billion poor people, and the 1 billion poor people work in the factories. They make our children's toys, they make our TV sets, or they work at ordinary jobs. You know, people that are doing good, decent, ordinary jobs don't make enough to be a part of they couldn't afford tickets for the Olympics, for example. Really, the second wife system is a product of that incredible economic imbalance.